Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Wednesday, February the 9th. So I want to introduce you to Tim Haller. Tim makes an appearance out here about once a year, talking about the Missouri Junior Duck Stamp Program.
Yep, Paul, thanks for having me on the show.
Let me tell you, and you're park ranger.
Yes, sir.
Big Muddy National Fish and Wildlife Refuge. Where is that?
Now, my refuge, the closest to Columbia, is just west of here, across the Missouri River. It's the open ground on both sides. In the river bottoms, we call it Overton Bottoms, and that's actually our largest area here in central Missouri. It's about 7,000 acres. But our refuge is up and down the Missouri between Kansas City and St. Louis. So our refuge is centered on the Missouri River. Most of our refuge is floodplain of the Missouri River, and we're in the active phase of purchasing land for willing sellers, and we use migratory bird funds, which comes from sales of duck stamps.
Okay, so tell us about the duck stamps.
So the duck stamp's been around for 88 years. It's
88 years?
Yep, it's one of the most successful conservation programs in our country's history. Started out, it only cost $1. Now it costs $25, and it's a requirement for anybody hunting waterfowl to purchase a stamp. But, hunter numbers are actually going down, and we encourage anybody to buy a federal duck stamp. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of art, and it's collectible, actually. And we, encourage all different users to think about, if I buy one of these duck stamps, I'm putting it towards conservation.
Right. Now, in order to hunt, then, the waterfowl, you have to have, legally.
Yes.
You have to have a duck stamp.
You do. Yeah.
And where do you purchase the duck stamp?
You can purchase it at most post offices, many sporting goods stores that have outdoor gear like Bass Pro Shops, Walmart, and you can go online and buy it.
So a ranger could come up to you if you're hunting, and
Absolutely.
if you do not have the duck stamp, what happens?
You will get a ticket. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a requirement to hunt waterfowl.
Okay, and how long is it good for? 1 year?
1 year, yeah.
Okay.
And the new one will be going on sale in June of this year.
Now, how are the duck stamps developed as far as the artwork?
Well, the original came up from a gentleman from Iowa. He was one of the first directors of the Fish and Wildlife Service. It was called the Division of Biological Survey at that time. And he was actually a political cartoonist for the Des Moines Register. His name was Ding Darling. And he was actually a wonderful graphic artist. And he designed the first duck stamp in 1934. And in 1949, it became a federal juried art contest. And it's been an art contest since 1949, and it's one of the only juried art contests in the federal government.
So how does someone enter this art contest, and how are they selected then?
So on the federal contest, anybody can enter. And it has an entry deadline, I believe that's in August. And you go online and you can pull down the entry forms and apply. So to kind of spearhead off that, the Fish and Wildlife Service wanted to open it up to children. And every state has its own junior duck stamp contest.
Now, can the junior duck stamp winner then be entered in the federal?
No, it's a separate contest.
Okay.
But the junior duck stamp also gets made into a duck stamp, and it only costs $5. And it's not as for sale at every post office, but it is for sale at the postal website. So if you go online and you go to the postal website and you want to buy just the junior duck stamp, which actually the sale of it, the $5 sale of it goes into the junior duck stamp program. So
now, what can you do with the junior duck stamp?
It's pretty much just a collector stamp. It's just one that, a lot of people like to collect stamps.
So you can't go hunting with the junior duck stamp.
It's a separate stamp.
But you buy it to collect it, and also basically you're making a donation.
You are, yeah, and it goes directly into the conservation education program that the Junior Duck Stamp represents. And I am the Missouri coordinator for the Junior Duck Stamp contest, and so every state has its own contest.
So how many kids have entered this?
Oh, in years I've had well over 2,000 entries.
Really?
So I'm inviting all students to consider entering the contest now, because its deadline is March 1st. So you've got the whole month of February to plan your design. And I wanted to give a few basics of just doing the entry. You can just go online and find the entries. I highly recommend just Googling Junior Duck Stamp, and it comes pretty quick.
So Google Junior Duck Stamp. What age limit are you talking about for the kids?
Primarily school age, so it's kindergarten through 12th grade. And we don't judge the 12th grade against the kindergarten students. We have different age groups that we judge separately, and each age group has 25 winners. So the 4 age groups are kindergarten through 3rd grade, 4th through 6th grade, 7th through 9th grade, and 10th through 12th.
And each one of those groups someone will win.
25. There'll be 25 winners. So there'll be 3 first place winners, 3 second place winners, 3 third place winners, and 16 honorable mention.
And then are only the first place winners the ones that get printed?
So then the first place winners, now this is just Missouri, so the first place winners all compete to be the best of show of Missouri. And the best of show goes to the national contest and competes against the best of show of all the other 50 states.
Okay.
So it's actually, I think it's 52, because we include Puerto Rico and the Samoa Islands. And
have we had anyone from Missouri win?
Yes, we have. We've had 2 individuals from Missouri win. In 2004, Adam Nesbitt. In 2006, Rebecca Nestev, who is now Rebecca King. Now, the interesting thing about Rebecca, she jumped right out and started entering the federal contest, and she actually got 2nd place in 2006. I mean, 2016, I believe it was.
Well, the thing is, it's an interesting program. It's raising money for a very worthwhile cause.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's raised over $1 billion.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun, and it shows creativity among kids.
Sure
so
does.
if people want more information about this, what shall they do?
Best place is probably just go to the Fish and Wildlife Service main webpage. It's just www.fws.gov, and then just search Federal Duck Stamp. Or if you're a student and want to enter, or you're a teacher and want your students to enter, just search Junior Duck Stamp program. And then in Missouri, just look for the Missouri portion.
All right. Tim, I appreciate you coming today and sharing the information, and keep up the good work as a park ranger.
Thank you,
Park
Paul.
ranger for Big Muddy National Fish and Wildlife Refuge. We are out of time for today, but if there's something you would like to hear or see, love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. When you go out and about, be nice to each other, and please wear that mask. Bye-bye.